Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to show you how to harvest some things from the tower garden and how to start some new seeds. So there's a lot of Swiss chard that has grown since last time, so we'll be harvesting a lot of that. There's some peppers, but they're still too small. And I think they're supposed to turn red, so we'll wait for those. Wow, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 peppers on just that one plant. I think this is rosemary. I don't even know what to do with rosemary. I'm not sure why I'm growing it. I guess I can learn. Here's another pepper plant. It's got one little one growing right there. And then, wow, that's a big pepper. I think I need to wait for it to turn red. I probably could harvest it and it will probably turn red, so I'll probably get that too. And then here's some collard greens. I recently took a bunch of those off, so I'll let those stay on for a little while. So here we go. Oh, and here's basil. I'm willing to share. Let me know if anybody wants some. So anyway, gonna start cutting off the biggest leaves first. So these came from just one plant, and I left a few leaves left so that it can continue growing. And now I'm going to chop some pieces off of this plant. The red stalks, or whatever you call them, yeah, stalks. They are good, like if you want to cook it for Chinese food or whatever kind of food. With the leaves too, you can cut the leaves and like saute them. I think I'm going to just cut these bigger 2 leaves off of the collard greens. So here's the harvest for today. I am going to soak these in some water with a little vinegar, and then tonight I'll rinse it and I'll put it in bags to put in the freezer because I like to use these greens for my smoothies. Oh, I forgot the pepper. This is a big pepper. I'm going to let it sit for a while to see if it's going to turn red. So now that I cut a lot of these leaves off, you can really see how dirty the tower garden is getting. And so this weekend I am going to clean it. You only have to do it like twice a year. I do it in the fall and in the spring, and it's so much easier to just do that twice a year, and instead of like having a garden in the dirt where you have to weed and there's so much more maintenance. So it's actually easier than you would think. So I'm going to do that this weekend, so stay tuned. Look how dirty it is down here too. Yeah, it's time to clean it. So stay posted. This is how my garden is looking right now. So sad. I think I'm going to have carrots over here though. But the problem is Candy keeps getting in and knocking things over. There's a little crack here. We got to put a post here so she cannot get in. She's always chasing lizards and she manages to get in there. So we're going to put in some raised beds over the cooler months for like potatoes and onions and stuff. And I always grow okra, and that's what those plants are right there, but it looks like they're not going to produce anymore, so I'm going to take them out and start some new ones. So I just put a little bit of white vinegar in there, and I'm going to cover all the leaves with water and just let it soak for a few hours while I'm tutoring, and then after they're done soaking, I will rinse them off real good and bag them up. So yesterday I made dog food with sweet potatoes, and I cut off the ends and put them in here, and hopefully they'll sprout, and then I'll plant them in the garden, in the dirt. They don't, you know, they grow under the dirt, so anything that grows under the soil cannot go in the tower garden. So let's see if it works. I tried this once before and it didn't work, so let's see. So here's a bunch of seeds I'm going to plant in the dirt, but not today. But stay tuned. Probably tomorrow I'll put those in soil to start some sprouts. So I make a chart like this so that I can tell what everything is once it's planted into the rock wool. I have 12 that I'm going to do, and I'm going to do all these seeds So when they start sprouting, I'll know what they are, and I'll know where to put them on the tower garden. Since these are small plants, I just usually put about 3 seeds, sometimes 4 in each one. I don't know if you can see the seeds in there, but the reason I'm doing all green leafy veggies is because they grow better in cooler weather, most of them. So let's see how it does. And now's the time to plant them. I think October is a good time to plant these if you're living in Florida, which I believe we're zone 7. I need to double check. So then you sprinkle some of this stinky stuff on it. Then you pour a little bit of water on all of it, but make sure not too much so that the seeds come out.
Can I help you?
And then let it just sit in the sun. Finally, I'm going to put it in the sun. I'm not putting it outside because we're expecting winds from a hurricane. So I'm just going to let it sit here until the winds go away, and then I'm going to put it outside so it can get some sunshine, and hopefully we'll see some sprouts within a few days.